So this is a 260 horsepower motor grader from XCMG. Can come with a 14 or 16 inch wide blade powered by a Cummins engine. Let's check it out. Let's start with our basic operator controls. So we need to move this thing forward. We're going to use this rocker on our left joystick, and we're going to be able to roll that forward, and that would put us in forward. Now, you notice the machine didn't lurch yet. That's because there's a secondary permissive. So we want to put on our brake. We want to pop this into forward. We want to release our park brake. So this would be on. We'll turn it off. So now our park brake's off. And there's a little toggle switch right on the back side right here. We want to hit that. And as soon as we do that, we're going to notice that our display is going to go into manual. Now, if I hit that button on the bottom side of this joystick one more time, the little trigger button right there, we're going to notice it goes from manual into automatic. So that's how we get this machine moving forward. Now, if we want to go reverse, we simply roll that rocker back and we hit the little button on the back side right here again. And you can hear we popped into reverse. Again, we're going to be in R1A. We can see it up in our display right here. We have our backup camera and we have all our mirror setups right here so we can see everything that's going on. Not to mention, over the shoulder visibility is great on both sides. All right, on this 2605, our blade can be dropped down and we can go into a float hold position. And so we're going to take a look right here on our right hand side of the console. We'll give that a bump, and as we do that, we're going to see our blade will drop. And we're going to go bump the other side right here, and we're going to see the blade drop just like that. And so now as we drive down the road, our lift cylinders are tied to an accumulator. We can actually just barely see it right there. And so that's going to allow us to have constant pressure on the ground as we're grading. We have the ability to have a snow wing attachment from the factory, or we have the ripper, but we have to individually rock which one we want. So both are off. We can be in ripper control, or we can be in snow wing control. All of our work lights are conveniently located on the right hand side. We can turn on all lights all at the same time, or we can turn all our lights off, or we can individually control each one of our light control circuits. All right, if we keep looking at our operator control in this 2605, we do have a steering wheel control, and of course that's going to move our front wheels nice and smooth. But we also do, if you are used to a joystick control, we have the ability to put it in tiller control. So we're going to hit this top left button right here. And what we're going to notice is at first, the steering wheel doesn't move until you move the joystick to the position the wheels are. And as soon as that happens, you're going to actively pick up. Now, this is a follower system, which means that if you put the joystick in a position, the wheels will continue to turn until they get into that matched position. So you notice the wheels went to there. Now, if I move back to middle, the wheels will return back to whatever position the joystick is in. Now, if I want to go back to steering wheel control, all I need to do is simply touch the steering wheel and instantly I pick up the front wheels. If I want to go back to joystick control, I need to bump this and I need to refine that center position. And as soon as I do, we have controls of the steering wheels again. Front wheels again. In the XCMG GR2605, if your door is locked, just like it is now, and you want to figure out where the latch is, it's right here. So if you're looking at the door, there you go. Now you can pop over, reach around, grab that door, give it a shut, turn on that pressurized cab setting, and now you got dust control while you're riding with all your HVAC system in creature comfort. The GR2605 from XCMG is an incredibly spacious cab. You can see me in the mirror right there. There you go. But it's huge. We got all our entertainment controls and HVAC controls up in the top corner. I am 6'3". I got a big arm reach, and my arm is fully stretched out and just barely touches this control. So if I lean over, I got lots of room. Got my speakers. I got great visibility off my right corner, off my left corner. We've got visibility down on both sides. And on our front, left and right, lower, so we can see our blade, our moldboard, or side shift. It's a great cab layout, doors, boarding ladders on both sides, easy open doors, great spacious, lots of glass. It's really easy to see everything inside here. If you're operating the GR2605 at night, you might be intimidated by the fact that you have to turn on all of these work lights to get it going. Beacon, headlights, blade light, all of that. But if you just hit this one in the bottom corner right here, you'll notice all my lights are turning off. That's because this is an all lights button. So if we hit that one, all of our lights begin to turn on one by one, and all of our LED work lights will be on. This thing will be lit up like 4th of July or just like a Christmas tree. High beams, low beams. When you first get in the GR2605, you will notice that the hydraulics, when you start up the machine, the hydraulics will be locked out. So if you want the control of your implements, you'll have to bump that button. Now you got hydraulic control. We have the ability to lift the blade. And on this side, we have a park brake. So we'll be able to pull that secondary lock, flip the park brake up, and now we'll be able to put it in gear using our gear selector right here, confirm that gear with the button that's on the back side of the joystick right here, and have full control of our hydraulics as we're grading down the road. It's a beautiful day today, but if you are driving this GR2605 and you need your windows cleaned, you've got all the options right here. You got rear windshield, front windshield, washer, just wiper. All the controls are in your top left side. One of those creature comforts that are added to this GR2605 are the windscreens. Sort of reminds me of a Honda Odyssey. You got that pull down. Then you can pull this tab. There you go. And so you can keep the sun out. Try and help keep the machine cool. Same thing on the back. Reach down with this tab, pull the little cord, and up it pops. Let's face it, you're hauling ass, cleaning washboard in the middle of the summer, and it's smoking hot. We've added sunshades in the front, sunshades in the back, pressurized cab to keep the dust out, and your full HVAC control with AC to control your temp in the cab. You should be as comfortable as you can be in your air-righted seat, ergonomic controls, cup holders for whatever beverage keeps you moving, so you can keep moving more material for less. All right, one thing for you to be aware of as you're driving this XCMG 2605 is if you shut this down, the engine needs a 30-second cool down. So if you've been running at temp, it will be normal for you to hear that machine run for 30 seconds before it shuts down. We've been sitting at idle here for at least that, so it did shut down. So, but if we start it back up again, and then we load the machine, we release our hydraulics, we put the unit to work a bit, maybe we put it in drive, now we shut it down, park brake back on, drop our blades down, lock out our hydraulics, shut off the key. We'll notice the engine stays running, and that's going to be for another 30 seconds, and then the engine will shut itself down. So it's got its own cool down timer that if it hasn't been idling for 30 seconds at base idle, it's just going to cool itself down before it shuts down. That's there to protect your Cummins investment. Make sure that engine keeps running for a long time.